Greetings, geeks and girls. Man, am I excited for this one. Today, we're going to finally jump into that awe-inspiring world known as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Which means anyone who wants to get into the good stuff, please, back out now if you don't want spoilers. So, what? I missed a bunch of old movies? And I have to review them all again for a whole segment of years? And I'm making a complete jerk of myself? And now it's worse because I'm talking to someone who doesn't exist outside of camera? I see. Okay, so the non-existent informatives that I made up for this bit right now have informed me that there are apparently a bunch of movies I haven't reviewed that I skipped because I didn't have the movie. But since we're in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now, because, I don't have a lot of the movies, but I've seen most of them. I've seen all of them, in fact. What the hell am I saying most for? But I missed a lot of movies. Some have to explain. And a friend of mine on YouTube told me, you have to understand the good in order to appreciate. You have to understand the bad in order to appreciate the good. And considering the most bad things we've done are Spider-Man 3 and Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, we've set the bar pretty high already. So I'm going to start this little segment I like to call Marvel Re-Reviews, where I'm going to do a little bit of the movies that I haven't covered. Some of the ones that I'm including are including Punisher, Hulk, Daredevil, and a few others. But I want to start with Hulk, because this is the one I have the biggest issue with. Sadly, I have no figures or items from that movie specifically to use. I've got it! Close enough. So, let's jump into this. 2003's Hulk, it has strong points. Hear me out. I'm still not going to give this it's not the best Hulk movie. It's not a really good Hulk movie. It's not even a passable Hulk movie. But that's all I can say about it. The movie has strong points. So most of this review is going to be complaints about the movie, so let's go ahead and do a recap of things I like. 1. The Hulk doesn't look that bad. Sort of. 2nd, Eric Bana gives his all into this performance, as much as he could, but they only did what the directors could give him. The epic fight scenes between the Incredible Hulk fighting tanks and the scene where Eric Bana's father, Dr. Banner's father, is getting his powers, that's pretty cool. Now, let's talk about the big issues that everybody already knows about. We know that this movie is extremely boring. Now, the worst part about this thing is there are 2 problems. 1, the Incredible Hulk trailer the trailer for this movie, the teaser looked like, well, how can I describe it? Just look it up. I can't really show it. Let's just say it's epic and intense. Was representing a lot of sitting around and talking. I mean, do we really want to see just somebody talking about something? I mean, like, who would watch that? But the worst thing about this movie is the font, the comic feel. Comic Sans throws some things there and things here, make it look like the Brady Bunch. Comics! But one of the biggest issues I feel is the villain was weak. Think about the whole people don't know, but the Hulk has a really good roster of villains. The Leader, Abomination, the Red Hulk. God, who else? Fucking MODOK, if you want to get technical. Hell, how about characters like the Rhino, who's fought the Hulk a few times? Yet we're giving the father of Bruce Banner and making him the villain. Why? That's all I can say about that is why. Biggest issue. But the one thing I can give this movie a bit of credit for, like I say, not like it means anything. I do like how they try to explain more of Bruce Banner's origin, about how his father killed his mom and such. But my biggest issue with this film is that they should have gone more into detail with that. If we're gonna make a social drama, build up to it in a good way. Like, tell me this doesn't sound like it could fill at least half a fucking movie. Bruce Banner is as a child who was abused by his father, and his father murdered his wife right in front of Bruce because he thought that Bruce was a monster because he was so intelligent by age 3. He was sent to a foster home where he had an imaginary friend to talk to. And he was a destructive imaginary friend who forced him to do things that were very disturbing. But when they decided to make him but he mastered his degree and was able to become a scientist. And when the army told him to come up with the gamma radiation bomb, it made sense. That alone could fill an entire movie. Yet David Banner is the villain, and we have to have, but the best acting, honest to God, comes from Stan Lee and Lou Ferrigno, who are on screen for, 2 minutes? Not even that. I want to be the guy who can look at this film and be like, okay, that was a cool scene. That was a nice detail. But I named 3 things. Everything else is, honest to God, boring, 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 stupid, 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 boring, 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 stupid, stupid, stupid. For half an hour. And then small bit of awesomeness. It's sad when a video game that came out years later is 10 times better than the movie that it was supposed to be connected to. On the bright side, the Hulk would get his better format in a solo thing that captured his essence well. But why? I mean, like, the Hulk's one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time because I love the duality of Bruce Banner and the Hulk fighting for the dominance of the body that they both possess. And yet I'm forced to listen to just bullshit, just random bullshit, and that's all no one cares about. Just, I can't listen to it for so long. No. 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 Yeah, no. No. I'm giving this one I'll give it a 2. It's just not for me. 2 out of 5 depressing Hulks looking at rocks. This is not going to be an easy month, is it? I still got 6 more of these movies that I haven't reviewed? Alright. So now I want to hear from you, even though I know exactly what you're going to say. What did you think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Did you fall asleep 2 minutes in? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, like the video if you like this type of stuff. I'll have a new Marvel review every week, and the next one is going to be Daredevil. Daredevil. Ben Affleck. As in not the Netflix show. Take it easy, geeks, girls, and non-comic readers.